Alright, I'm about to tell y'all about Hurricane Michael. Little rap. It's a rap. I wrote a rap about Hurricane Michael. Its influence on coastal communities, how it formed, where it formed, what it did. So, I hope y'all like it. It started with a low pressure zone in the Caribbean, and then it crawled its way to the north like an amphibian. It caused some damage I don't think we ever would have seen, but first let's step back and see what happened in between. Michael formed the way a hurricane does. Hot air caused a storm, and the movement made a buzz, so the air rose up and fell when it got cold. Then the cycle repeats. Yeah, it gets a bit old, but when the process goes on, and the air starts spinning, the water flows on, and the hurricane's beginning. Now the air was spinning because the Coriolis effect made it rotate with Earth. Science's diagnosis was that the spinning of the world just makes the wind get super wild and rotate in a way that's like a crazy child. Scientists find the path using their data from the satellites so they could group up all the ways it goes, and then they categorize those paths into models for the news to show. That part gets kind of boring. Yeah, it is a snooze, I know. So now that I've gone over how the hurricane's created, I'll talk about a topic that I find closely related. I'm gonna say what it did to the communities it hit, and it was more destructive than we would like to admit. Once it was named a tropical storm and then a hurricane, it hit Mexico Beach and caused their citizens a lot of pain. Hit them straight on as a Category 5 that left so many poor people just struggling to survive. Even a year later, the people were still recovered, and the storm surge made rain worse, and they were covered in the tons of rain and water that came upon the shore. It'd leave them devastated for months and more. The coastal community down in Mexico Beach felt economic devastation when the storm had breached. Much of the town was just wiped away. Even hospitals just couldn't stay. 14 people died just over there alone, and I'm sure the true death toll is still unknown, because the storm destroyed so much and led to great amounts of poverty, which means it's likely that even more lives were taken, probably. After this, the storm kept moving on up until we thought it may descend upon us. Some of the models had me afraid for sure, but it seemed that all our fears were just a little premature. Fortunate for us, the hurricane swerved away. Our buildings and our people would all see another day, but North Florida and the Carolinas weren't also lucky. Those areas were hit hard and left quite mucky. "16 deaths were caused in the U.S., and unfortunately, yes, this caused some unrest. Certain communities are still affected today. The damage to the panhandle seemed there to stay. Financial aid and relief programs helped rebuild, but for years some places' needs were still unfulfilled. The damage caused was scary. Cat 5s don't play. Luckily, all of us ended up okay." Okay, yeah. I hope you guys liked it.